Yes. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is T-Man, and if you're just finding this on this channel, what I do is anything music related. So first of all, I do the mixes, EPs, albums, jungle, drum and bass, house, techno, anything really, and also a bit of an iOS setup. So I'll get to that one in a minute. And here, bit of Ableton, bit of jamming. I'm doing the video logs because I'm just kind of documenting on the journey for anyone who's interested as I go. So I'm just recording that as I do stuff in the studio. So if you've seen the last one yesterday, I was just doing a video log on updates after my acid jam. That was on here, so go check it out or check out my last video log. If not, I'm just doing one today on the iOS setup. So currently I've got my room split into the DJ setup over there, like Ableton Live, synths, jam station here, and then over there I've got the iOS setup, but I'm trying to get it all working together. So I can then I'm using Ableton, I'm running it through different channels. So it's all going through my mixer here and into my audio interface. And obviously I either have to beat match it manually on tempo, or I can use Ableton link through the internet and the Wi-Fi, which isn't 100% reliable, but I think it'll get me good between, say, iOS and Ableton over here. And not so much on the main decks, but I can still get Ableton link on the tractor over there, but I can kind of put it in between. I'm going to get everything working. So at the moment I'm just kind of doing videos of each setup separately and tidying it and cable managing and stuff like that, just kind of like a real home studio sort of thing, building it as I go, so then we can see the progress over time. Right, so today I'm going to be doing this was just a kind of video log on, again, tidying up my iOS setup. So obviously on the last video I mentioned about getting the Virgin internet, and then I got the TV, and now I've got more wires, and I got a picture to put up. So I'm just going to quickly set up that one and just kind of do progress each day. I've got to go to work in a bit, so I'm not going to be doing it for too long, and then I'm going to do either a mix on there or with the iPad or an iOS jam with my controller once I've set it up. So this is the mess. Let me turn that around for you. Yeah, so this is going to be the iOS setup. If you've seen our previous videos, then you've seen I'd already tidied it up and done it. But yeah, again, I've now got the router there, internet box, splitter cables and stuff like that. I'm not really using the Numark, but I do use the Tractor S2, the big controller, and the audio interface, obviously the iPad. I'll be doing a couple of videos on that soon. So let's get to it and set it up, and then I can then further and do some jams with it.
No toothbrush, I'm flossed up, no suit on, I'm bossed up. I know somebody that knows somebody, cause that's just what a boss does. Go ahead. Connected, young and reckless, turn up like the temperature in Texas.
I'm about my business, I don't mess around. So when they say to see me, they take a bow, cause they know I put it down, down, diggy, down, down. Man, I put it down, down, diggy, down, down. I'm about my business when I lay it down. So when these men see me, they take a bow, cause they know I put it down, down, diggy, down, down. Man, I put it down, down, diggy, down, down.
Ooh, who's next on my hit list? Wake up and rip shit like it's Christmas. My watch face bigger than my wrist is. With a chick that's ass is bigger than her tits is. I'm someone important, my gear is imported. You gotta speak a different language just to ask for it. Then again, you motherfuckers probably can't afford it. Illegal alien type-ish, deported. My wit, ruthless. Your bitch, ruthless. She be acting clueless, I be like, shut up, bitch. bitch, you stupid. I pipe down, you wife up. I let loose, you might cuff. I hit, you love. I quit, you stuck, and that's fucked up, but so true. Square ass niggas are tofu. She know me as camouflage, but in the bed I'm Goku. I get it in and get it done and keep it moving. You can hate it, but respect what I'm doing, cuz
I'm about my business, I don't mess around. So when these haters see me, they take a bow, cause they know I put it down, down, diggy, down, down. Man, I put it down, down, diggy, down, down. I'm about my business when I lay it down. So when these haters see me, they take a bow, cause they know I put it down, down, diggy, down, down. Man, I put it down, down, diggy, down, down, down.
See, it's your boy South back again, this is a blessing. I'm a motherfucking gift, so just open up the present. You see him rockin' wearing and y'all niggas still guessing. I hear you talking shit, but your ass I'm not stressed, I'm on some other shit. I am not a Martian, I'm Jason. Mama said to murder these niggas, so I replace them. See, it's my turn, so you know I'm fucking right. I chose that state of mind, man. I ain't have to think twice, I'm so high up in the air, I already took.
Right, so I'm just using my microphone at my computer, but so hopefully it doesn't sound too bad because my other microphone's over there and I swapped the cables around and now I know I'm getting some weird buzz noise on the cable, and I thought it was my speaker, but it was the cable adding to my speaker, which I'm now using for the microphone. But that is the iOS setup, so I'll quickly I'll do another video on what I'm setting up, but main thing is you obviously need iPad. It's my iPad. I'll do a proper setup another time, but that's my iPad there. Then there's my Novation 2x4 audio hub, because that's got a load of USB ones. I actually gave that to someone and then they didn't use it, so I asked for it back and I'm glad I did. But the only thing is, it's the outputs aren't, one of the side of the outputs aren't working. That's my Tractor Control S2 Mark III. Then I've got a little set of M audio speakers there. And then I've got my Novation Impulse 61 there. That is a power supply thing, so it's got all my plugs in and it's got USB spots. I've also got my little light, change colours and add the mood. If I'm at night and I want a nice relaxed vibe and I don't want different colour lights, I can just have that one on. Obviously it don't look the best on the camera above there now. Then I've got a stand for my phone. My Dre Beat headphones, I won't be using them for music. Well, obviously I'll use them for music, but not for making music or mixing music. I use them ones on the go. The pads are a bit screwed, they've been worn. I don't want to buy a new set, so I'm wondering if I could probably just get the pads changed. The headphone stand that's on is a powered headphone stand I got as a present. It's meant to be a little audio interface, but I just use it to, little wire there, charge the headphones. And it's got a cool light on it and extra USB ports, so if I want to power that light up, charge that light up, I can, or to this, to my Tractor Control S2. Yeah, so pretty much I'm just going to do some tests now and see it works. So first one I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the iPad with the Novation hub. So don't worry, if you want to see an iOS setup, or like I said before, I'll do a proper one for it. I'm just going to be testing things at the moment. So let's go on to Core Gadget. Can you see the screen? Oh yeah, so I've got a stand as well. I'll show you that one in a minute for my iPad. Probably the best thing I've got. It comes in so handy. So everything, eventually picking up stands and clamps and brackets over time. Right, so let me just put a drum and bass beat on, of course. Right, so I need to... Right, so that's headphones. Oh, sorry, I didn't just deafen you, did I? I got the sound down on my computer. One sec. Right, so we know that one works. We know. So, ideally, I've got my iPad. I've got my audio interface. I can either use AUM or any of the gadget on there. Use that interface. Then obviously my speakers are then connected to the outputs on there. Let me turn that again so you can see. So, iPad camera connection. Got my interface, that works. Then I've got my outputs, two lots of outputs. I said the other side don't seem to work, which is annoying, but I've got one side here it works, and then I have that going into Ableton, as you just heard it record onto there. So if I want to do a live jam and I want to run OBS and Ableton at the same time, I've got everything going through there. So that's one setup. What I need to get is I need to get some more of these USB cables, because I'm running out and I need some spares so I don't have to hook and unhook whatever. Right, so now I'm going to try and hook up my controller. So I put one side of the USB, like the printer cable, in the back of this one. So this one needs to be powered, so this needs a powered hub. Obviously, if I didn't have that, I couldn't run that straight into there. I'd need to somehow get power in there. I'll go through that in my next one. Right. So, I plugged it in. As you see, power's come on there. At the moment, I need to get a keyboard stand because I'm resting that on my bloody bar stool. But, you know, you can't just buy everything in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 years. I just plan on keep getting stuff, and if something works, either I had it on an ironing board at one point. Right, so let's try that out. Oh shit! Just punched the mic. Sorry. Is that coming through? Right, so you get the point. Let's. I started to map that as well. I think it should have saved on there. How the fuck do I change it? Right, let's go. Yeah. Yes, that sounds good. So, ideally what I've got is Core Gadget. Got my USB hub. That's allowing me to have the sound come out and use a controller at the same time, and possibly if I wanted my headphones in at the same time. And then when I get my BeatStep Pro back, that'll be going on there as well. And then I'm going to try and hook up the TD3 with it. But I'm keeping it basic at the moment, so I'm just going to do work on Core Gadget 1 and my DJ 1 on my iOS setup. And then I'll start messing around with AUM again. It got really confusing with how much MIDI, what was going where. No, it just blew my mind. So I'm trying to keep things simple. Right, so that's that hooked up. That's not a problem. The only issue is one of these sides isn't working, so I might see if I can get an RCA adapter or a splitter, because that one's not working. Because what you heard was that what I heard at the second time was coming out of my main studio speakers, my BX5s, I think they are. I don't really know. I just bought them and then I've stayed with them because I liked them. These M audios I got for like 20 quid off Facebook ads, and they're not like perfect, but if say I don't, like on my decks over there, if I don't want to turn my computer on, I can then just have that plugged in and have the sound coming out there. So I'm going to try that. Jesus Christ. Turn that down a little bit. Oh, too far. Right, so that's that one. So if I don't want the computer on and I don't, and I'm not recording and I just want to get straight to the station and jam, it's got it coming out of them little speakers. So I've kind of worked this out as I've gone. Right, I'm just going to unplug that now. Oh no, I can just leave, yeah, I'll unplug that. Keep it organised. I'll plug these ones back in. This is why I want to split it, so I don't have to do this every bloody time. Right, so that's that one sorted. So we know that. So right, let's try out the other one. Right, so we want the power off to this. Right, so I'm going to try Tractor Control S2. So I don't need that one in, so I just unplug that. That can hang down. And I say I want to mix an EP or just play some tracks on there. If that's on stand, that'd be better. I can still get there alright, that's fine, I'm standing. Got the iPad. And to be honest, the iPad's really good for it. Everyone was saying like blah blah blah. But so that it's, I'll use a laptop. This thing is old, this iPad, and still quicker. Right, so what we want is we'll turn the power off there. We hold the flux button down. Turn the power on. It's gone to green, MIDI mode. Open DJ Pro. Boom, there you have it. So right, let's think logically about this in case I blow anything. Let's turn this right down. I've been cleaning that so it's all everywhere. Right. Right, so hey. Right, you should be able to hear that now. It's as simple as that, really. Obviously I don't have to go into MIDI mode if I'm using the Tractor app. I actually took it off because it kept trying to open when I was on this one, and it's becoming a pain in the ass. But believe it or not, this DJ Pro has got so much more capability than the Tractor app. I like the Tractor app because it's designed to work with this. Plug it straight in, no complications, simple song, mix. This better because there's more stuff to do on it. There's more effects, which I don't really use as much, but the main thing is that you can stream on that one from Beatport or SoundCloud if you pay for it. Right, so there we go. That is the iOS setup. So we've got a start. We've got what have we got? We've got iPad or iPhone. I've got my DJ controller, I've got my DJ software, I've got I either go straight to the speakers if I don't want a computer on, or I can go straight into Ableton and record, and that is fine. I've also got iPad audio interface, going straight to the speakers or to Ableton to my main speakers if I want to record, and then that's powered, and so it gives me more options, more USB slots, and I can hook up my controllers. So if I really wanted, I can go get some of my other controllers over there. If I wanted to hook up my TD3 into that one, starts getting a bit confusing, but or my Akai APC Key 25, pretty much anything with USB capabilities. Obviously, if it's got MIDI, I think I've got a MIDI one where I can plug in 2 MIDIs and it goes to a USB. That's the only bad thing about this. It hasn't got a normal MIDI output on it or input, but there's always ways around that now. I've got my headphone stand, extra USB slots, headphone Dre Beat ones on there. I use these ones, Sinai's or whatever you call them, but they're starting to get a bit fucked too. Got me lights, set the atmosphere. Change this one if I want. And then obviously the main thing is this stand, because if you want to watch it on the camera up there, we turn it that way so you see, or me, or if I'm sitting down and I want to practice some keys, I can. And these are all things you've got to think about. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I've got my teapot mouse mats. It's got tea and stuff on it already. I'm going to try and, it's getting a bit worn, try and look after that. But I've got my mic there. That's an old microphone. So what I might do, yeah, XLR. We're going to get a little stand because I'm talking over here, sorry, with my back to the mic. Got a little microphone there, and then I'm going to get a little stand for that, and that's just going to be so I'm not moving microphones, and my internet router there, and that is pretty much it. And I just need to get a keyboard stand for that eventually and sort out them cables, but I'm going to do a jam I think in the next few days on there, so, and then I'm going to record a mix on there as well and upload some stuff now I've got that sorted, and that's another bit of the studio done. Yeah, so thank you, thanks for tuning in. My name is T-Man. If you like my stuff, please subscribe. If not, then carry on. Alright, see you later.